He ruled without constant war, yet the world bent to his will. Stay with us, because this is the rarely told story of Amenhotep III, Egypt's most underestimated master of power. The throne of Egypt did not fall into weak hands. Amenhotep III was born into a dynasty of conquerors. He was the son of Thutmose IV, and the grandson of Amenhotep II, warriors who ruled through strength and fear. When Amenhotep III became pharaoh, he was still young. But Egypt was already at the height of its empire, rich, respected, and feared. The real question was not whether he could inherit power. It was whether he could control it. And he did. Unlike his ancestors, Amenhotep III did not spend his reign marching endlessly to war. Instead, he mastered something far more dangerous: absolute authority through wealth, diplomacy, and belief. Gold flooded into Egypt from Nubia. Foreign kings wrote to him as equals, but spoke to him with caution. In surviving diplomatic letters, rulers from Babylon, Mitanni, and beyond addressed Amenhotep III not as a simple ally, but as a king whose favor had to be earned. He married strategically. Royal women from foreign courts were brought into his palace, not as prisoners, but as symbols of submission. Their presence sent a clear message: Egypt did not need to conquer you, Egypt already owned your loyalty. As his power grew, Amenhotep III began reshaping the land itself. Across Egypt, monuments rose on a scale never seen before. The Temple of Luxor, designed not just for gods, but for royal ceremonies that blurred the line between man and divinity. The vast palace complex at Malkata, glittering with color, gold, and artificial lakes, built to project luxury beyond imagination. And standing silent even today, the Colossi of Memnon. Two massive statues of Amenhotep III, seated like eternal sentinels, watching over the Nile floodplain. They were not meant to inspire love. They were meant to inspire awe. But beneath the beauty, there was calculation. Amenhotep III slowly reshaped how Egyptians viewed kingship. He did not just rule in the name of the gods. He began to present himself as divine while alive. In inscriptions, he is described with language once reserved for gods alone. Temples honored him alongside deities. Festivals celebrated not only the gods, but the living pharaoh himself. This was not vanity. It was psychological dominance. A ruler worship does not need to fight rebellions. A god-king does not need to explain his authority. His reign remained peaceful not because Egypt was weak, but because it was unchallengeable. Yet power has a cost. As Amenhotep III aged, his health declined. Statues from later in his reign show a heavier body, strained features, hints of pain. Behind the gold and ceremony stood a man carrying the weight of an empire held together by his presence alone. When he finally died, Egypt did not collapse. But something shifted. His son, Akhenaten, would inherit a kingdom rich, powerful, and stable, and attempt to remake it entirely, unleashing chaos that Amenhotep III had carefully avoided. History often remembers conquerors. But Amenhotep III was something rarer. A ruler who proved that fear does not always come from war. Sometimes, it comes from silence, from wealth, from belief. And from a man who convinced the world that opposing Egypt was not worth the risk. If this video educated you, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more powerful history stories.